Alright, so after the first battle, it's going to bring up the main menu. What you can do is go to any of the cities, which are the big dots, not the small ones. And if you go to the Warriors Guild, you can choose to hire new soldiers. Male or female, doesn't matter, they're going to be a squire. You can change their name them whatever you want. Okay. But, going with just the basic people that you already have. Pull up the menu, go to the party roster. That'll bring up all your people. From in here, hit menu again on the person and go to abilities. From the abilities, you can learn whatever abilities they have for the jobs they have unlocked. That's what the JP are that you're getting during battle. It's job points that you can use to learn abilities. These will be all the ones that are your attack abilities. Then you're going to have your counter ability. These will be the utility abilities, like defend and stuff like that. And then these will be the movement abilities. Each job has its own list of stuff, and you can take and use the abilities, the action abilities, from 2 jobs at once. And you've got all your different people. You know, you learn, you go to Squire, for instance. He doesn't have enough job points to learn anything because I don't think I used him in the first battle. But what you'll do from there is those jobs, as you reach certain levels, will unlock new jobs. So like if you learn, I think it's level 4 or 5 in Squire, it unlocks the Knight. And then the chemists go on to unlock the Mage. And then you move from there and start combining different levels of other jobs, and you'll start learning things like the White Mage, the Black Mage. You'll learn things like the Archer, the Knight, eventually moving up to the really specialized classes like Ninja, Samurai, Dragoons, things like that. Not right now, please. And so you'll take all that stuff, and you'll, once you've learned what you want, you go to assign, and that'll give you, dude, really? That'll give you, you can assign, say, items for the chemist. So now you can use items in battle as well as the Squire's basic abilities. And if you had, say, defend, which would go here, you would switch that out to defend. So that's what you want your guy to do. Re-equip is honestly the most ridiculous ability in the game because all it lets you do is change your equipment in the middle of battle, but you're really never going to do. You can teach a guest unit new abilities. Say, for instance, oh my god. This touchscreen is a little weird. Say, for instance, you want to teach Delita some abilities. You could learn abilities for him, but he is a guest unit, so he's really not going to be around but for a few battles. So really, it's usually not worth it to invest too much in your guest units. Honestly, the only time I ever level them up is if I'm doing a battle and they just keep fucking dying. The important thing to remember, guest units, if they die, they'll have little stars over their head. Just leave them alone unless you really want to bring them back to life. Your units, if they die, you'll notice a number over their head. That is a countdown. When it reaches 0, if you have not brought them back to life or ended the fight, they will turn into either a chest or a crystal. If they turn into a crystal, one of your people can step over it, and they can get all their HP and MP restored, or if they have ability, that character had abilities they haven't learned yet, they can step over that, grab it, and learn those abilities. But if your unit turns into a crystal or a chest, they're gone. Just plain gone. So you have to remember that. You have to pay attention to that. So because if somebody that you really like and have invested a lot of work into dies, you're probably best to just restart the fight. So save before every fight. Just always save before every fight. It can get frustrating sometimes. It doesn't happen often, especially like once you really start, paying attention to that stuff. But it can happen. Alright.